Yo, what's up, my people? What's up, YouTube? What's going on? Happy New Week. So we're on currently it's 4:23 p.m. here in Nigeria, Lagos. We're still in March 8th, Sunday. So happy Sunday, happy New Week. So this new week, wow, I've successfully analyzed five markets. One, two, three, four, five. Five markets that I'm interested in this week. Very interesting week. We are having a very interesting week. Last week we caught out five pairs. Alright, and we had five execution. The week before that, caught out four pairs, and we have I think I had about four execution. So currently on 2 weeks winning streak. Let's go. Let's see what this week has have in store for us. So first pair on my list this week is USD card. USD card last week I was looking to trade this market last week as at this level. I was waiting for a breakout retest, but which didn't happen. That's it. But this week USD card I'm looking to trade USD card again simply because we are having a three time frame. We are having a three time frame bearish. Okay, now we are the three time frame is bearish. Last week we were having two time frame bearish and one time frame was bullish, which was the weekly. The weekly was actually bullish last week, but this week the weekly is bearish now, and I'm liking this. I have weekly lower low as at this point, weekly lower high as at this point. All right, okay. Firstly, we were bullish as at this point, higher high, higher low, now lower low, lower high, higher low. Now we are having lower low, lower high. On the weekly, you can see we are at a very clean support and resistance zone. It's a very clean support and resistance zone. Whenever we are below, we are using it as a support, and whenever we are above, as a resistance. Whenever we are below, we are using it as a resistance. Sorry about that. So whenever we are above, we are using it as a support. Above, whenever we are above, we are using it as a support. Whenever we are below, as a resistance. So on the daily time frame, we are also bearish on the daily. Alright, we are bearish on the daily. We are having our lower lows at this point, lower high. We have been bearish for a while on the daily. This was our lower low, our previous lower low. This was our lower high. Then this high body close above this zone, above this candle right here. So the minute we have this market body close above this level, then we are bullish. Okay, then we are having a change of structure. Yes, now there were higher high. This is now a higher low. Whenever we have the market body close below this low, we are going to have a low as well. We are going to have a new low. This is now a new low, lower low, lower high, and the market hasn't body close below or above, so we are still bearish. This being our lower low, this being our lower high. So whenever we have the market, if the market is to break above now, close above this lower high, we are going to automatically switch to a bullish trend. This will now be our low, our higher high, higher lows. Then this will now, if the or let's say the market body close below this lower low as at this point, the market body closes lower low, then we are bearish. We are still bearish, having a new lower low. Then this will be our new lower high. As long as there's a curve as at that point, as long as there's a curve, can switch to your line chart just in case you're confused. Wherever you have this curve is called a structure point. This is a structure point. Then whenever you have multiple curve like this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This level right here, this zone is now what we call structure level. All right, that can act as support or as a resistance. For those of you who are confused, doesn't know how to read the market properly, I'll be dropping a video very soon. I'm going to be explaining how, I'm going to breaking down how you can actually read the market properly. So USD card, we are bearish on the 3 time frame. 4 hour on the other hand is bearish. This lower low, we are having this as our lower high. Now what I'm waiting for this week is for this market to break out of this zone, give me a retest. As at the retest, I'm going to be selling. As you can see, I saw this market at this point, which was in February, which was in February 2026. So USD card pretty straightforward at a very clean support and resistance zone. Alright, on the 4 hours, you can see whenever we are above this zone, we are using it as a support. Whenever we are below, we are using it as a resistance. Whenever we are below, we break out, retest as a resistance to go to the downside. Alright, breakout, retest to the downside, again breakout, retest to the downside. So all I'm waiting for right now is for market to simply repeat itself, give me this breakout, retest to the downside. As at this zone, you can see breakout, retest to the downside, breakout, retest to the downside. So that's simply what I'm waiting for. As at this zone, I'm waiting for the market to simply repeat itself, breakout, retest to the downside. The next pair on my list, Euro GBP. Okay, this pair is actually a slow pair. All right, the momentum on this, the volatility in this pair is not really, not encouraging. But I saw this pair in January, if I'm correct, January 2026. This is January 29. All right, I saw this pair, and this pair did 1 week, spent the whole week in my stop loss zone, but it didn't kick me out. It was almost there, but it didn't kick me out. A week later, got my TP. I took this trade as at this zone, which was 3, no, okay, it was this zone, 11 a.m. indecision. Same candle I've been using for all my trades. 11 a.m. indecision candle on Thursday on the 29th, Thursday, January. Then came to my TP the next week, Wednesday. So it spent like 1 week. Spend the whole week first. The first week I entered, spend it to my stop loss. So now I'm having this trade in my radar again. This trade is back to my radar. So now on the weekly time frame, we are bearish. On the weekly, as at this level, we are bullish. This was our higher high, higher low. So if this is our higher high, higher low, then whenever the market close below this zone or close above this zone, we are going to have a shift in structure. And if you are confused, I read this market, you have to read this market. I read this market all the way from this zone. You have to go back as far as possible, to read this market all the way from this zone to where we currently are right now. So reading it from where we currently are right now, this is our high, this is our low. Then as at this level, we had a new low. Okay, this candle body closed below this level right here. This is now a lower low, lower high. Whenever you have a new lower low, you must already have a new lower high. You can't have a new lower high or a new higher high without already having a lower low or a lower high. So if this is our lower low, this is going to be our lower high. Why the curve again, wherever you have that curve. Okay, if this is our lower low, as at this turn right here, this called is structure point. This is what our lower high. Okay, this is not our lower high, this is our lower high. All right, so going down. All right, on the weekly, this is the weekly, we are having a lower low, lower high. Mind you, the market hasn't body close above this zone or body close below this guy, this current lower low. So we are still bearish on the weekly, and on the weekly we are at a very clean support and resistance zone. Wow. Whenever we are below, we are selling. Whenever we are below, use as a resistance. Whenever we are above, as a support, breakout, retest, support, rejection as at this zone, break below, retest, resistance, break above, support, resistance as at this zone, support. Now we are back here. I like the fact that weekly has this long as bearish candle. I like that. On the daily, on the other hand, we are also bearish. On the daily, we are having this as our lower low, lower high. Mind you, this was our low at some point. This was our lower low. We are having this as our lower high. This market body close above this lower high. Now we are bullish. Higher high, higher low. Close above this body, close above this high. Now higher high, higher low. Remember the curve we spoke about. Now higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now we are lower low, lower high on the daily. On the daily. So on the daily, we are at a very clean support and resistance zone. Very clean support and resistance zone. On the 4 hours, going down to the 4 hour, 4 hour is also bearish. We are having this as our lower low right here. and this as our lower high as at this point, lower low, lower high as at that point. So 4 hour we are bearish, the 3 time frame we are bearish. I'm looking to simply sell this market just like I did as at this point. I'm waiting for this breakout. Once I have this clear breakouts of this zone, this market will just be what the market consolidated as at this zone. Now slow movement, but slow and steady win the race. So I'm waiting for this market to break out of this zone. As I do retest, I'll be going in using the 2 hour time frame, using the 2 hours as my entry. Coming down, I'll come down to 2 hour for my entry, either the indecision candle. I think I took this trade on Wednesday, not Thursday or Wednesday. Okay, it's Thursday, correct. Now, after the breakout retest, I'll be going in for this trade. Alright, Euro GBP for a sell. GBP card on the other hand, I didn't give us. This market hasn't given me entry for 2 weeks. I've been analyzing this market for 2 weeks now, and it hasn't been giving me entry. The last time I saw this market was at this zone, broke below retest, and this was in February. I think that was like 3 weeks ago. So this week again, I'm looking to sell these markets. I'm looking to sell this market this week. So coming down to the weekly we are bearish. We are bearish on the weekly. This being our lower low, this being our lower high. We are completely bearish in this market, and we are at a very clean support and resistance zone. You can see the last time this market broke out of this zone was this level, at this level, broke out, gave us a low, retested, pushed the downside again, broke above, retested, using it as a support to the upside, retested as a support. Okay, whenever we are above, we are using it as a support. Whenever we are below, as a what, resistance. So this is a clean support and resistance zone. So I'm looking to sell this market this week. The daily, coming down to the daily is also bearish. This being our lower low, this being our lower high. As at this level, remember the curve we spoke about. Remember the curve. Can turn off this and see the curve. We have a little curve as at that level. That is a structure point. All right. So now on the daily, this lower low, lower high at a very clean support and resistance zone as well. It's a very clean support and resistance zone. Whenever we are below, we are acting as a resistance. Now we are actually below. Last week closed below this zone, which I like. Last week already closed below this zone. Okay, so coming down to the 4 hours. What I'm waiting for right now is for 4 hours to give me this breakout. At the breakout, giving me a new low. As at the breakout, closing below, having a new low. As at the retest, I'll be looking to sell this market to the downside. On the 4 hour, we are bearish. This being our lower low, this being our lower low, and this being our lower high. Did this candle body close? I don't think so. These are lower low, these are lower high. So on the 4 hour, I'm waiting for this market to break out, retest. I'll go down to the 2 hours for my entry. I'll take this market as my entry, and we are around the psychological level of 2,000. We are around the psychological level of 2,000. So very good. Next trade, Euro USD 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fourth pair. Euro USD. All right. Euro USD was buying for a while. I was just waiting to continue the sell simply because I think I'm seeing Euro USD going down, like having more sales on Euro USD. So Euro USD on the weekly, we are bearish. This being our lower low, this being our lower high at a very clean support and resistance zone. Whenever we are above, we are using as a support, resistance, support. So resistance at this zone. Whenever we are above, break above, retest, support. So on the daily, we are also bearish. On the daily, we are also bearish. All right. These are lower low. These are lower high on the daily. Lower low, lower high on the daily. So waiting for this market to break out of this zone. We're at a very clean support and resistance zone. Support, resistance, support. You can see how the market is simply just respecting this zone. Break below, resistance, support. So at least Once you have more than 3 touches on the daily and also on the weekly, in your support or resistance zone, if you have more than 3 touches, it's considered to be valid. All right, I use multiple touches, but if I have at least 3 touches, I'm good. 3 touches, I'm good. On the 4 hours, coming down to the 4 hours, the 4 hour, this is our lower low, and this is our lower high. Okay, on the 4 hour, we are actually bullish. I wrote it down here. We are actually bullish. This is our lower low, lower high. You can see this candle, this 4 hour candle, body close above this level right here. We are having a higher high, higher low. So what I'm waiting for right now is for 4 hour to pull all the way to the zone, giving me a new high, So when I have that change the structures at this zone on the market break below, give me a retest, I'll be looking to sell. But first of all, I want to see a change in structure on the either on the 2 hour or on the 4 hour. These are lower low, these are lower high, these are higher high, higher low. So we are bullish, we are completely bullish on the lower time frame. And mind you, Euro USD, I've sold this market a couple of times as at this zone, as at this level. I sold here. I think I tried buying here. I sold as at this point, sold as at this point. All right, so that's at this point. Sold twice here, one stop loss, one win. Sold here. Okay, using the 2 hours entry. So that's at this zone. This gave me 50 pip. I actually closed out of this trade 50 pip or so. But my target is always 45, 1 to 3. All right, so I enjoy trading Euro USD. Euro USD and GBP USD are actually the pair I trade most. They haven't just set up for me for the longest time. GBP USD is still dancing around. GBP NZD and GBP AUD are also my 2 favorite pairs. I'm not trading there this week. Waiting for them to settle down. Okay. I've been getting a lot of complaints. Or will I say comment that don't I buy? I do buy. I buy the market as well. I'm just a better seller. That's why I prefer selling. But this week I'll be buying Euro AUD. Euro AUD, I sold it. I've been selling Euro AUD for a while. I sold it 2 weeks, 2 consecutive weeks. Last week, the week before last week, and I think I sold it 2 weeks already. Yeah, 2 weeks already. So this week I'm looking to buy Euro AUD. So Euro AUD, the weekly, we are bearish on the weekly. We are completely bearish on the weekly. This being our lower low, this being our lower high, and we are at a very solid and clean support and resistance zone. But I'm seeing Euro USD doing a little retracement to this level, to this zone. I'm seeing Euro USD doing a little retracement to this zone. This is the reason why I'm actually looking to buy this market. I'm seeing Euro AUD on the daily. On the other hand, we are at a very clean support and resistance zone on the daily. On the daily, we are bullish. This is our higher high. This is our higher low on the daily. Higher high, higher low, and we are at a very clean support and resistance zone. All right. Mind you, the last time this market broke below, retested, used as a resistance, broke below, the next thing bought to the upside. All right. So whenever we are below this area, we are selling. We are using it as a resistance. Whenever we are above support level. So right now we are actually below. The daily has closed below, but you see how this daily gave a bearish engulf candle, fully engulfing this previous bearish candle, gave me a bullish engulf. On the 4 hour, on the other hand, 4 hour, we are also bullish on the 4 hour. This being our higher high, this being our higher low, and I can see inverted head and left shoulder. This being our left shoulder, this being the head, having a second shoulder coming all the way to this level. Once I have this market break above this neckline, after the retest, will be very good for a buy, because I'm seeing Euro AUD doing a little retracement, just a little retracement to this zone. Then before we continue selling this market again. So that's pretty much it. For GBP NZD, I'm not trading this market this week. I'm seeing GBP USD, GBP AUD, GBP NZ doing a little retracement as well. Same thing with GBP AUD. So those pairs I'm not trading in, but I have analysis for a buy for GBP NZ. But I'm not trading it. I don't advise taking that pair now. You have to wait for that pair to settle down and pick a side. So that's pretty much it for this week. Very interesting week ahead. So if you are new here and you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button. Also click the like button. That is the way you show me some love. All right, that's pretty much it for this week. Have a great week. All right, keep your head in the game and let's get these guys this week. Peace out.